Welcome back!
What up, what up, what up?
Hello, everyone. Look who's here.
We're back.
Hey, bud.
I'm back.
How you doing?
You're back.
Good.
We're both
I'm back.
I know you've been back before me, but now
Okay.
we're both back.
We are. But guess what? Say what?
What?
We've upgraded just a tad.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay, so normally, let me show my evidence. We are recording on this. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Sorry for blowing your headphones out.
Is it
Holy
technically
crap.
on that?
Technically, but this is more of like a viewfinder aspect kind of thing.
Okay. I'm new into that game as well.
No, you're good. We got a GoPro. That's what's filming now. 1080p, can do 4K. If we decide to run around the block randomly, it's got hyper smooth, so it won't bounce up and down like normal.
So we can do it.
So we could totally do it if we wanted to, and we're both in frame, which is good, which is great.
Positives.
Okay, again, my fellow loiterers. God, I haven't said that in a while.
I know, it has been a while.
Feels good.
It does.
It feels, me saying that feels weird with me holding your shoulder right now.
Just a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna take my hand off. My fellow loiterers, you guys out there, all 17 of you currently, which is I think how many subscribers we have on the channel.
Yes.
Welcome back to In the Parking Lot.
In
This
the
is your
parking
boy, the illustrious co-host, Elias, aka Eli. To my right, stage left, I think that's the correct terminology, is
no idea.
this gentleman. Care to introduce yourself?
Pepper here, everyone. Welcome back. That's all
In HD! I wish I knew how to like really edit so you have like a thing pop out that says HD. That'd be cool.
That would be.
Alright, so we're back, guys. It's been a while. It's been a minute.
11.
Episode 11. We did a
Yeah.
little new segment last time called Curbside, which is
Yeah.
just individual, which is cool. Helps out, I guess. In case I feel like doing something and you feel like doing something.
Yeah.
So we're in a new surrounding. This is a kitchen in an undisclosed location
In a parking lot.
in a parking lot somewhere in the world. All right. So basically, the reason why we're in the kitchen now is because lighting sucks in the other area, the other room we would do it in. But it worked because the iPhone was like decent in it.
Yeah.
But it's still, honestly, I'm thinking about the videos that we uploaded, it still was pretty dark.
Yeah. It's live and learn.
But
Especially in the beginning.
now that we have a camera that like is decent in low light, we still have to change rooms. But this lighting makes better. I don't have all shadows on my face
Right.
like before when we were testing out what it looks like. So you'll see me glancing down a lot, basically because I have the GoPro app, which basically is like a viewfinder, so I can make sure we're in frame and things make sense. So enough of all that fun stuff. We're going to talk about a couple things today. We're going to talk about first thing,
Black Widow.
second thing,
Trailer. Morbius. Trailer.
third thing.
Bloodshot. Trailer.
We weren't going to talk about Bloodshot because we don't know enough about it. So third thing, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
The newest one.
The Rise of Skywalker.
There you go, Rise of Skywalker. See, this is why I get paid the big bucks. Also, per Ant's recommendation, we're not going to get copyright because there's no label on this. Is it RC Cola? Is it Coca-Cola? Is it Pepsi? No one knows but me and him. And he has the same thing. No one knows what that is either. So you'll see us.
I wasn't bringing it
Pull
on
off the
screen without
side.
taking a sip.
Yeah, so we'll get into a couple different things. We'll get into Star Wars.
Yeah.
We will get into Black Widow. We will get into Morbius. We will get into, I guess we can touch on Bloodshot.
Again, like I was saying earlier, I don't know much about it. So that's if we even want to talk about it or not. We'll see what the other. We'll see how far we go with the first three.
Yeah, I don't know much about it either. So
Yeah.
here, disclaimer, awesome. It looks okay. Vin Diesel's the main person in it. Bloodshot is the character I know of. I just don't know much about.
Yeah.
I know Fox was really pushing from the studio that brought you Venom and in the trailer. But that's another talk for another day. Vin Diesel. Yeah.
So which one do you want to start with?
Let's start with something that's relatively fresh in our memories as far as viewing is concerned. Well, technically we viewed the trailer as well, but a movie which is relatively fresh. Let's do a little Star Wars talk. I know we're not going to talk much about it because we're not crazy fans.
Yeah.
We'll go impressions, how we felt about it. Did we like it? Did we not? Sorry for the buzzing in the background. I'm going to figure that out when the time comes.
Yeah.
You want to start it off?
First thoughts. So I'm not really a big Star Wars fan. My opinion, this is my personal opinion. Like I grew up obviously watching the first three, the prequels.
The prequel saga, yeah.
I was shown the first ones obviously before that. The originals. With every single movie though, like even leading up to Rise of Skywalker, I always thought they could do more. I always thought there was opportunity to do more, with every movie. Like I always thought there was like a lot of lulls.
Yeah.
And granted, like 4 through 6 was ahead of its time.
Right.
1 through 3 brought in more politics than anything, and then 7, 8, 9 brought more of the action and graphics and effects and all that type of stuff. But this one, Rise of Skywalker, I liked a lot actually. It actually kind of, and I know this is supposed to be the end of the Skywalker storyline.
Yeah.
But it got me excited. This one really got me into what they're going to do next. Because I know they've touched on they're doing other trilogies, and I just saw a report that director of Thor,
Taika Waititi. I'm definitely butchering his name, so I apologize.
They're trying to get him on to direct Star Wars movies.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of quirky and funny and...
Yeah, so honestly, like, with Rey and... God, I can't even remember their names.
So, Rey... Wait, duh. I can use my phone now.
Kylo Ren.
IMDb. Continue.
Like, I just thought this one was... It had a little more in it.
Star Wars.
A little more of a story. I felt like... And it tied a lot... It closed a lot of doors. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Obviously you could tell...
Finn,
yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
John Boyega.
Yeah.
You got Poe.
Jeez, I can't...
Poe Dameron.
Yeah.
By who's Mr. Oscar Isaac.
Yes.
And then obviously C-3PO.
Yeah.
R2, the new one whose name is escaping me.
BB.
Well, no, BB-8 I know. The other one, it's like BO. The little
the little one that they found.
Yeah,
okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but I felt like they did a good job closing out the possible stories or closing out the characters of the older movies.
Right.
Like, obviously, Leia, spoilers, obviously Leia dies in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Kylo Ren dies in this movie because he is of the Skywalker story.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool them bringing back Palpatine. I thought that was... And because he had ties into every single movie in the first 2 trilogies.
For sure.
Obviously, I mean, if there were any Easter eggs or anything like that in 7 or 8, I didn't pick up on them. Of course, I've only seen them once.
Right.
So I couldn't really talk much about them, but I just thought that was cool. And just the way, he was. Like, he was literally on, like, an iron lung, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he...
6 really big-ass iron lung, but for sure.
And then when they had, like, towards the end of the movie, when Rey is fighting... Because the big, like, twist was Rey is his granddaughter.
Yeah.
So,
Spoiler.
We already got you know.
Dude, how old's the movie now? Like at least a couple months, right?
About a month.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
If anyone's seen it, they've seen it already.
And if you're watching this stuff or listening to this stuff, any type of podcast about anything, like there's spoilers. So I already said spoilers. So
spoiler talk.
Yeah. But
throughout the entire thing.
But Rey is the granddaughter, and I thought that was a really cool way to tie her to the beginning story. Obviously, like she was a Jedi. She had the Force and everything like that. Yeah. But it ties her to 1 through 6.
Right.
And just like overall view, I thought it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. And it definitely got me into Star Wars.
Right.
Like
Did you watch Mandalorian at all?
I have not watched it
yet.
You
gotta watch Mandalorian. It's
My
good.
dad watches it. He said he loves it.
Yeah, it's good. Your dad's like a Star Wars fan. Like
he's not, but he's like he's more of a
he like appreciates it. I feel like.
Because he like
more than anything.
Lost in Space. He likes he liked the original and the new one on Netflix, which me and him got to start watching the second season, which we haven't watched yet. Was he a Star Trek fan? Nah, Lost in Space for the most part, and the Star Wars movies.
Right.
So he has an appreciation for it, definitely. But
side note, sidebar, I'm realizing that it's telling us how long we've been recording with my little LCD screen on the GoPro, and we're only like a second off.
Good job.
So good job, Bob.
Yeah.
So this syncing should be relatively easy.
Cool.
I'm going to hear how it sounds with just the GoPro, just to see.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it'll just pick up on voices better anyway than this, which is everywhere.
Yeah.
But
so just as an overall view type deal, nothing like getting too in depth. That's what I thought of the movie.
Yeah.
What about you?
I liked it. Kind of same breath as my friend Ant, aka Mr. Pepper, said. I've never been a crazy Star Wars fan. I've always liked it. Kind of, in my mind, it goes hand in hand with superheroes and stuff like that. It has the same kind of aspects to both things. We'll get into a conversation I had after I finished my thought at work today, because we talked about Star Wars for like a quick second. But yeah, like my boy Yoda was in it.
Oh yeah, he was. They did all the voices.
Gang.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yoda. He's my little Avi on Disney Plus. That's awesome. Love it to death. Yeah, it was awesome. I liked it. Again, I'm not super critical of Star Wars as actual Star Wars fans because, I grew up with the prequels. I thought those were cool. Obviously, as a kid, looking back on it, some of them were not the greatest, but they still had their value.
Right.
And sometimes you try not to get caught up in nostalgia as much, but sometimes you have to because it's linked to your memory. You know what I mean? So just like points in time and things like that. Like, if I was to choose my favorite villain in Star Wars, I probably would say Darth Maul.
Yeah,
I would have to agree with that. And I didn't even watch Attack of the Clones or The Rebellion, which is the animated series.
Oh no, I haven't watched any.
I haven't watched those either, but he's in both of those too, so I'm super pumped about that. Darth Vader was Palpatine was always to me, but honestly, the most interesting people was Boba Fett. Jango Fett technically is the ones that we saw because he was actually in the prequels.
Although I will say, not to cut you off, I will say this movie made Palpatine more menacing.
Oh, for sure. Otherwise than that, he was just an old dude that talked like this.
Execute Order 66.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good. We went with a friend of mine, Dom. Shout out Dom.
What's up, Dom?
Out in AZ. He is a huge Star Wars fan. He liked it. Gave us the prime seating locations in the theater.
Which I didn't know about that.
I didn't know that either. So, in case anyone else, put you on game real quick. Again, shout out Dom. Thank you very much, sir. But he said basically, if for instance, the speakers in the theater that you're watching it in, there's 3 on each side, right? What you want to try to do is get to the middle speaker, because basically when they sound mix the movie, that's where they're watching it from.
That's pretty much the center point
of all the audio, because they're doing it from from the middle.
Prime time. Yeah, which I never knew, but now, honestly, going to movies, like, that's where we got to shoot.
Yeah. Honestly, when we saw Star Wars, even sitting, like, standing a row back was, like,
you could tell
kind of
the
a difference.
Yeah.
For Bad Boys, we're sitting in the back, but there's a bunch of us, so I don't think all of us would be able to fit in the middle.
Right.
But, you know, we'll see. That's another talk for another day. What I was going to get into, which is going to be a segue to Black Widow, eventually we'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
If you were going to put, because we know both of us are more comic book Marvel fans, DC, all that fun stuff. If you were to put Jedis versus superheroes, who would win in a fight?
Ooh, Jedi.
I still went with superheroes.
Yeah, because it's too easy to, like, it would definitely be a fight, but really the only superhero type that would be a Jedi would be effective against, in my opinion, your Captain America, your Batman, your Black Widow, your Hawkeye,
right.
Green Arrow,
yeah,
those types of heroes, because just imagine just watching like any type of Star Wars movies with the stormtroopers and everything and people shooting at them, like you block it with their saber. So just imagine anybody with a arrow, so like Hawkeye, Green Arrow, just obviously, like I just pointed them out. Those aren't any better than a laser blaster. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then honestly, just with even with the Force, like using the Force, you know. So anybody who doesn't have any type of like flying or anything like that, like Captain America, Black Widow, where they're more super strength / fighting, like masters of fighting and everything like that. They're kind of pushovers. But then once you get into the Hulks, the Thors, Superman, obviously, Spider-Man, stuff like that.
And here's the thing, viewers, this is no Jedi slander. We're not saying they would be completely useless. I think it would be a good fight if it was to happen. Yeah. But the thing I brought up, and the reason why I'm saying this is because at work we talked, me and DeGrazio talked about this because he's a big Star Wars fan.
Oh, he is.
Thanos, Darth Vader. Who would win in a fight? That's what I said.
No question.
Matt was like, does he have the gauntlet or does he not? I'm like, even if he
without
didn't,
the gauntlet.
Like, and then also the other thing in the Star Wars universe is they can't use their Jedi mind tricks on everyone. There's certain races that they can't even do it to.
Yeah.
Like if you remember in the prequels when he tried to
droids you're looking for.
Yeah, when he tried to do that to Watto, he called him out and he was like, "Your Jedi mind tricks." Well, that sounded like Palpatine. I wish I could speak like Watto, but he basically was like,
Jedi power don't work on me.
Yeah, basically. So segue into
Thanos. Well, real quick before we get into the Marvel, just one question: favorite part of the movie?
Of the movie?
Star Wars.
Yoda.
Yeah. Yoda?
Talking. Okay, sorry. I'm biased. But my favorite part of the movie, I would say, is when the kind of... what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, when Rey did the Jedi's past and present, if you hear me now, give me the strength. That sequence.
Be with me.
Yeah, that sequence when you heard like Mace Windu, you heard Anakin, you heard you heard Yoda, you heard every Jedi that she's ever come in contact with or existed in past universes, and they like, oh, you can do it, like you have the power, this, that, and the third, and she got up and then destroyed it. That was really cool.
I like that. My favorite part, and this is something I wanted to talk about, which is why I brought it up, it was the very end when she buried Leia's and Luke's sabers and then took her saber. Yeah. The yellow saber.
That was a cool moment.
I loved it. I loved it because and like I said, like one of my friends is a huge Star Wars fan, and he was actually telling me about all the colors and everything like that, and I forgot what the yellow one meant when we watched the movie, But then Dom, excuse me, Dom had mentioned it, and then once he said it, I remembered. Like, the yellow one is when you create it yourself. Mm-hmm. Like, the yellow saber is you creating your own lightsaber.
That's like the end of your training. Like, you're a Jedi now.
Yeah,
when you make your own lightsaber.
And that's what I like, because now it's not just... Really, when you think about it, the other Star Wars movies, you had green, blue, and red. And then once you... And obviously
Sam Jackson came through with the purple lightsaber.
Yeah, and then once... So you had the Force and then the dark side. Obviously, the dark side being red. The Force being green and blue. Mm-hmm. And then once the prequels came in, you had Mace Windu with the purple saber. Yeah. So really, they've only touched on a different saber once. Yeah. And that was Mace Windu. Yeah. So after that, bringing the yellow one in, I just think now...
Which, don't mean to cut you off, but if I remember correctly from Dom's head, there's no canon to the purple one.
See,
it's just apparently, from what I remember Dom telling me, was it basically was like he just wanted a purple lightsaber,
but that's
so they gave it to him.
So he said that, and then I was talking to my friend, and I forget what he said after I brought it, because I did bring this up to Dom. Yeah. It was something along the lines of being able to wield the purple saber was you mastering the Force and the dark side, and having sure. Oh, you know what? He did actually. Now I'm starting to remember.
He did say that.
So having the purple saber also means you are not prone, but you would fight a style that is against the Jedi way, and that's where the purple comes into play.
Right.
I did not mean to rhyme there, but it just happened.
Bar.
So,
bars. We giving you bars out here. We got a new camera. Our recording equipment is still working good, even though it's a little dusty earlier. I'm giving you bars.
So the whole reason, like, where I'm getting at is I'm hoping that in future Star Wars movies, because they have already said that they plan on doing it for a while. Yeah. They kind of go into it a little more. Like, I think it'd be interesting to see different types of sabers and go into the meanings of it and this and that, and that was pretty cool. But
I may be mistaken. This is the last thing of Star Wars, and then we'll transition.
And again, we are not experts on Star Wars at all. So
for sure.
If anybody has any type of knowledge, or you want to, if we mistaken insight, anything like that, drop a comment.
In the comments.
Yeah, let us know for sure, because we want to try to give you the best type of talk as possible. Yeah. So the more knowledge that we have and listening to other people's ins and outs and stories and stuff like that, it's all the better. So.
Also, it could be a hate and ass comment. Shout out that random dude who commented on one video. Thanks for watching, by the way. Even though you didn't listen to a word I said.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
We won't talk about it, though.
All right, continue.
That'll be a story for another day.
Yeah.
All right, what do you want to get into next? You want to get into Black Widow, or you want to get into Mr. Morbius?
Yeah, we can talk about Black Widow.
Okay, let's get into Black Widow. So this was new knowledge to me when you brought this up. What's the time frame?
So from what I read, and this could have changed, I could be wrong, but it is not a origin story.
Okay.
Black Widow is not an origin movie. Actually, and it kind of does make sense. Yeah. Like, they do touch on it in the trailer a little bit. Black Widow is after Civil War.
Oh, it's after Civil War.
It's after Civil War.
Okay.
Because she even mentions it when she goes back, because you see her quote-unquote family. Mm-hmm. It's not her real family, I don't think. No, it has... I don't know. We'll figure it out when the movie comes out. But she tells her sister in the trailer that she's on the run, which after Civil War, she was the one that leaked all of the Hydra... Or not Hydra, she leaked the
fact that Hydra
was in S.H.I.E.L.D., so she leaked all of that type of information, which was actually in Winter Soldier. But still, I'm pretty sure it's either after Winter Soldier or after Civil War.
But it's after those two.
It's after those two. So it's in the time frame of everything going on. It's pre-Endgame, post... At least post, at least Winter Soldier. Yeah. I'm really excited about Red Guardian.
That's a dude from Stranger Things.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm really excited about it.
I don't know much, so you're
the best. Well, it's essentially a Russian Captain America.
Tight.
And you could tell from the costume and everything like that.
I'm thinking about it for sure.
Yeah, and I love the part in the trailer where he goes, still fits.
And then I think her like sister was like barely or something like that.
And then she was
like a little.
The one girl was like, "You got that," and just pats his shoulder. No, but I'm excited because, and I'm really excited because the Taskmaster is the villain in this. And I'm excited to see that because it's not like, you have Red Guardian, so he's essentially kind of super powered, like super ability type deal, but it's not the typical. This is going to be the first non-super powered, super weaponized movie in the sense of it's Black Widow. She has nothing. The only thing she is an assassin. She's trained in the martial arts and everything like that. So it's not it's a superhero movie, but not a superhero movie. And what I mean by that again is just like you're not dealing with Thor, Hulk, like superpowers. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're dealing with, for the most part, technology and a lot of hand-to-hand style combat. Yeah. Which I'm excited for because again, this is essentially the first one that they're doing besides the first Iron Man. Yeah. And Captain America had the superhuman abilities once he got the serum and everything like that. Yeah. I'm excited for that. I think that's going to be good.
No, I'm definitely excited for it too. Black Widow always was an interesting character to me. I never knew much about. I feel bad, but I never knew much about her besides a little bit of her backstory and the fact that she's always been like an Avenger for the most part. Yeah. Which I feel guilty about. But yeah, I'm excited for it. When's it come out?
May 5th.
Okay. So that'll be the next Marvel movie we see, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It comes out. Hold on. I'll tell you in a second. We're looking it up.
We could actually look it up.
Yeah. But I think I have a twist. I'm gonna throw out a the hell, what is bold prediction? Oh, okay. Bold prediction. A theory. So obviously in the trailer, it shows Natasha fighting her sister. Correct. But I have to imagine it's because she didn't know it was Natasha walking into the house. And maybe she just attacked her, and then she said, "It's good to see you too, sis."
Oh, yeah, I think that's exactly what it is.
My bold prediction, and just because of some knowledge and everything like that, again, not the most knowledge, but a little bit of knowledge. Yeah. So her name is Yelena Belova, which I probably said the last name wrong. The actress is Florence Puig, or Pug.
P-U-I-G.
P-U-G-H. Pug. Pug.
I think it's Pug.
Pug. All right, so Florence Pug is Yelena Belova.
Only reason why I didn't say Puig is because Yasiel Puig.
Oh, yeah, I got the eye. Yeah. But she's going to be a villain. She's going to turn. So bold. She goes...
Hot takes.
Yeah.
Hot takes.
So the way I see the movie going, and once the movie comes out, I'm going to come back and look at this episode, and if I'm right, the next show we do after Black Widow, I'm going to scream I'm right.
Maybe not scream.
Not scream. You know what I mean. Very excited. Yeah. So, the way I see the movie going, they obviously are fighting the Taskmaster, and she and Black Widow is also trying to figure out stuff from her past, because she said, not along these lines, but I'm pretty sure she said, like, I got to stop running from my past. So it's a lot about... We're going into the backstory of her, but it's not an origin movie.
It's like hints of origin. You can even tell in the trailer, like they showed her when she was little.
Yeah. So it's the mom, the Red Guardian, which I don't know who the mom is, but I'll tell you in a second. Alexei Shostakov. Yeah, Alexei Shostakov. That is the Red Guardian. And Rachel Weisz is Melina, who's the mom.
Okay.
So you're going to have the four of them fighting whatever they're fighting, being the Taskmaster and whoever his cronies are.
Right.
I think towards the end of the movie, you're going to see the turn, and Yelena Belova, the sister, she's going to turn and wind up working with Taskmaster. So that's going to be the twist in the movie where they have to, the three of them are probably going to get captured or something like that, and then they got to figure it out. But I think she leads that turn, and that's my bold prediction.
Interesting. I like it. It's good.
Yeah. That's what I think.
Almost like they're going to take a bite out of crime, am I right? Because we're going to talk about Morbius now.
What?
That was a terrible transition segue thing.
But what a transition it was.
It was, you know, it wasn't my finest work, but it was definitely my work. Tuck in a little bit. You're almost getting out of frame.
I'm sorry. Am I still good?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, we're working on it. We're professionals.
Yeah. So,
Morbius.
For those who don't know, and I love it, I'm very excited for it. I was not a fan of it until I saw the trailer. And I know that's how a lot of people have been. But, So, quick disclaimer. You're going to take the lead on this. Because I know very minimal about Morbius. Okay.
Very minimal.
Okay.
Probably as minimal as I know about Bloodshot.
Oh, I don't know anything about
Which
Bloodshot.
is basically nothing.
Yeah. So,
minimal, Morbius, very, almost non-existent for Bloodshot.
Right.
I just know he's a person. So, alright, hit me with it. Morbius, go. Right. You're the teacher on this one.
So,
Jared Leto.
So, I don't know a lot. I know a decent amount, but, well, I know a little bit. I don't want to say a decent amount. So, Jared Leto is Michael Morbius, which is obviously where he gets his name from. He's a biochemist, and he has what kind of disease? He has an illness that affects his skin, I think it is. Something like that. He has a disease. Oh, it's a rare blood disease. That's what it is.
Okay.
So, in the movie, the way they're doing it is he should have died while he was a child.
Right. I remember hearing that in the trailer.
Yeah, but then he goes, obviously it has to be to another country or something like that, and he goes to a cave and pretty much gets swarmed by bats. And they start sucking his blood, and essentially that's the bite.
Yeah.
So, Morbius is a main Spider-Man villain.
Okay.
One of the reasons why I was not a fan of this was because I thought they were going to do the Venom route. Like Venom, the movie, anti-hero, which I know Venom is technically an anti-hero, but I don't want...
definitely has his, like, heroic moments.
Yes,
I think that's... I mean, coupled with the fact that they gotta sell toys and all that fun stuff.
And I get that, but I was nervous that they were going to do the same thing with Morbius, which he's a vampire. So it would have been tough to do. Right. So it is a villain movie. It is the first villain movie that Marvel themselves are doing. And I'm very excited about it. So it's actually getting tied in to the MCU.
Is it really?
Which I'm very excited for.
Oh, that's cool. Is it a Marvel production?
It is a Marvel. It's in association with Marvel.
So
Sony's doing it.
Okay.
But they are going to tie it in.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you haven't seen the trailer yet, the big reveal at the end was Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton's in the movie. Did you see the trailer or not?
I did. I don't remember that part.
The very end is Michael Keaton. So he goes...
Audio, relax.
What did I do?
He's slamming on the table.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, the very end, Michael Keaton goes, So you're not. How did he say it? He was like, so you're over the old hero bit, huh, Doc? Or he says, huh, Morbius. And then he looks at him, and then it shows Michael Keaton,
again.
And he goes, "What's up, Doc?"
Oh wait, you know what? Low key. Keep talking. I'm gonna just look it up real quick.
So for those who don't know, Michael Keaton was the Vulture in Far From Home.
He was.
So the fact that you have him in there, and it's not coincidence that you're using Michael Keaton in this movie, and he's going to be a different character. Like, there's no way that's going to happen. So essentially, he's getting tied in. And that scene leading up to it, you see Spider-Man on a wall with murderer spray painted across him.
I don't remember that detail either. Quick thing though, copyright. How does that work?
What do you mean?
Like if I'm playing audio on my phone to watch the part you're talking about with Michael Keaton.
I have no idea.
Alright, well I guess we're going to find out, huh?
Yeah.
This is not going to get flagged because we definitely don't have enough people.
Is worse than the disease.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so...
Hard to see it on the camera, probably.
Oh, yeah. So...
Got tired of doing the whole good guy thing, huh?
Good guy thing.
Oh, shit. I didn't peep that.
Yeah, and apparently...
Cool. I'm liking it, Sony, so don't copyright me.
Yeah. Apparently, a fan came up with a theory that in the end of... that they already revealed Morbius being in the MCU. Before this even happened.
Oh,
so,
interesting.
In Far From Home... or not Far From Home, I'm sorry. In Homecoming, the post-credit scene where Michael Keaton is in jail... and they bring in Scorpion.
I remember you telling me about this. Yeah.
They introduce Scorpion, so obviously kind of getting to a Sinister Six type deal.
Yeah.
You see a guy with long black hair walking behind them. Now, you don't see their face. You don't know who it is, but a lot of people are saying, like, that is Michael Morbius. So I'm excited because if you do actually tie this in, one, you have a possibility of adding him to the Sinister Six. You have vampires in the MCU, although you've already talked about it in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
You already noted that one of the weapons, or Korg throws, he goes, "Hey, Thor, you could use this. Pointy stick could help you with vampires." So they already touched base on that, but Blade.
Shout out Taika again. That's Korg.
But Blade, possibility. You know
He's
what
getting
I mean?
a movie too.
He is getting a movie.
They announced that at was it Comic-Con or D23?
D23. So he is actually going to be in. I think he's in Phase 5. Blade, either late Phase 4 or early Phase 5.
Right.
I can't remember, but he's coming up. He's getting a movie and it's happening.
Blade was tight.
Yeah. So. And it's the guy who played in Luke Cage. He was one of the villains in Luke Cage. The guy who's playing Blade.
Oh, okay.
I forget his name. Totally forget his name.
Jamaican dude?
Yeah.
I forget his name too. I'm going to look him up though.
So, it's an actual villain movie.
Morbius.
Yeah. So it's an actual villain movie.
Morbius. And,
again, I'm very excited for it. I think it's going to be really good, and the fact that it's going to tie into the MCU, again, because it makes it. And I know everybody's like, some people are getting tired of it all, but as a comic book fan, as a Marvel fan, as a movie fan, what they're doing with these movies.
Bushmaster.
That's
the Jamaican dude's name in the second season.
Oh, the character he plays. Yes.
His real name is this dude?
No, that's not him. But
so he was the villain, right?
Or he was one of them. Maybe it was season 1.
Season 1.
Yeah, he was in Luke Cage.
Are you talking about Mahershala?
Yes.
Mahershala. Yes. Oh, that's right.
Blade.
Yeah, because he put the hat on like he's getting drafted.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yep. So he's...
Shout out Mahershala. Yeah. Get those Disney checks, kid.
So he's
gonna
be Blade.
Man, he's older than me.
But what was I saying?
Comic books.
Oh yeah. So like being a comic book fan, being a movie fan, like seeing what they're doing with these movies, and now you're opening, like you have the horizon ahead of you. You know what I mean?
They
like,
almost
what
have
they're
all their
doing-
toys back.
even without having all the toys back, now you're working with other companies, and obviously they had the whole dispute, but now you're starting to work with other companies to make it better. So not you just profiting now, you're even helping other companies profit off it. So it's just it's
But I mean, it's
so
just Sony.
cool.
It's just Sony now.
Well,
They
yeah, I
own
know,
Fox.
but still. I know, but still. It's
God,
just
they own everything.
so cool seeing what they're doing with all these movies, and it's just
For sure.
so much fun, and I love it. And I'm very excited to see vampires in the MCU because I used to watch the Van Helsing movies, the TV shows. Like,
Did you watch the Van Helsing anime? Probably not.
No, I didn't know. I did not watch it. Now I got to look into it.
There's a shout out Team 4-Star. They're probably not gonna watch this either, but it's a YouTube channel that does like voiceovers. And they did they call it the abridged series. So they did Helsing abridged. So basically, like the group of people that make up Team 4-Star will voice it mad funny. I would recommend watching it. If you got time to kill, like if you're not doing anything on a weekend or for a couple hours or whatever,
watch it.
I'll watch a couple episodes. It's mad funny.
That sounds cool. But like, getting back to the like whole vampire thing, like I even with Underworld, with the Kate Beckinsale movies and stuff like that, like I loved watching those types of things.
Screen froze. This is still recording though, so that's all that counts.
Yeah, it's probably because
we're back.
Okay, I was gonna say it's probably because we got 22% battery left.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, I had it fully charged before I did it.
So
We didn't even talk for that long.
nah, but I'm very excited to see, because again, it brings a different realm into the movies.
Right.
Just like Guardians of the Galaxy brought the space realm into it. Doctor Strange brought the mystic arts into it. Like, there's just so many. It's just now you're dealing with monsters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're dealing with vampires
Okay.
and gods. So
Yeah.
I'll end on that.
Okay, so we're pretty low on battery. Final thing, and then we'll sign out like normal. Next big bad you want to see in the Marvel Universe. Go.
Next big bad. Ooh. I wish I would have prepared for this one. Galacticus.
Okay, I was going to say give me what's it called? The thing with the presidents on it. Mount Rushmore.
Of the villains I want to see?
Of villains you want to see. Just pick 4. Of like the top villains you want to see, pick 4 of them.
Galacticus, Doctor Doom, Namor, and Namor has a little villain streak in him. The original.
No, I said one more.
Oh, one more. I thought you said Namor, like questioning it. Although he is kind of a hero. But, oh man. Another villain. Who do I want? Oh my lord. Oh my god. Oh, this is tough. You give me yours, I gotta think of them.
Okay. Galactus.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom.
Yes.
Craven.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And then I'm going to go... it's interchangeable for me, but if they do a good Magneto or Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Just because Silver Surfer was the villain in the Fantastic Four movies that we don't like to talk about. And then Magneto obviously was a villain. It's a nice kind of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Bridge?
Not bridge. It's a nice difference from Professor X. Like that kind of...
Oh, comparison?
Yes.
Or like a...
He like... It's
opposite?
Like... Yes. Whatever word that would be. Alright, anyway.
I can't think of a fourth one.
We are at low battery, so we're going to get out of here. My name is Eli. That is on Instagram and the Twitters.
Death.
Oh, that would be cool.
I just saw your shirt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that.
Death would be my fourth one.
Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's from my headphones. Okay. Again, okay, we're gonna outro for real this time.
Yeah.
My name is Elias, aka Eli. You can find me at Instagram and Twitter at ecaram32. That's EKARAM 32. Gentleman to my right.
Pepper here. Good seeing everybody again back in the parking lot, the Loiterers. Find me on my YouTube channel, Peps Pokey Reveals.
Hey!
I'm getting back into it now that the holidays are all over with and everything like that, and I can actually record some more.
Right.
And then everything else, Pepper31.
Nice, man. So on that note, we're going to do a little countdown so we try to sync up the audio again. I'm going to do a 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to hit, you hit R again.
Okay.
So ready? 3, 2, 1.